Hey guys, welcome back. So, in today's video, we are going to be working on the not-so lawnmower. As you see, I have the hood on, which I don't think I've had any videos with the hood on it. So, here's the hood. Got two LEDs on top, the winch right here. But, yesterday, I did a little modification to it. So, I've got the battery in the back here. It's just a little battery because it's not like it needs to start it or anything. It's just for the lights. And actually, just 2 days ago, I passed the ORV safety training online. So I can now drive anything on the road as long as it has working headlights and taillights. And and you don't go over 25 mile an hour. But it says that you have to have the taillights on at all times. So I have it wired up so the taillights are on at all times when I have the battery hooked up. And then I close the seat down and everything. But then I added a switch right here yesterday. So then it turns the lights on. They're pretty bright. And then the little winch control here. But anyway, in this video we are going to be doing a steering redo because I just ordered a new like whole steering rack for it, like the original one, except it's brand new. It was $80, so I got a whole new steering rack, just like the old one was, but it's just new and there's no play in it or anything. So in this video I'm going to be disassembling the old steering and going to be putting in the new steering. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so I got the two 5/16 inch little bolts that I guess they're more screws than bolts, but I got them out from here, so now the little plastic piece can move freely. And then I'm going to take off the 3/4 inch nut up top here, and I'll be able to pull the steering wheel off and everything, because I'm pretty sure I don't have to take everything apart. I think I can just, I don't think I need to take the dash off. I might be able to just drop it through, but if I do, longer video, I guess. So I'm going to get that 3/4 inch nut off and I'll get back to you. My bad, the nut was actually 13/16. So now pop the washer off. Steering wheel's now off. Now I just need to pound this little coupler off, and socket extension will work. There we go, I got it. Yep. There we go. So slide the little bearing bushing thing off. Now I'm going to see if I can drop it out without having to take the whole dash apart. But off video I took the linkage off and everything going up to it. I don't know how good you can see that up there, but there isn't anything on the little arm, so I'll see if I can get that popped out without having to take everything apart. But if not, then I'll have to pop the dash off. So stay tuned. Guys, so now the dash is loose, so I don't know if yeah, this is gonna be kind of hard with one hand, except I'm using two, so there we go. I got it. So now the dash is down here. Everything's open in here, so now I can twist it and drop it out like that. But now I just need to figure out how I'm gonna pull it out, because I might need to use the winch and lift it up to one of the rafters. I don't know, because I need to somehow get that out. But I'm only gonna have 3 bolt holes to mount the new steering box to, but that should be plenty since they're hard to get to anyway. So because I drilled one out for this, so I'm gonna try to pop this thing out somehow. Actually, wait, I wonder if I can do it like, nope, won't work. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pop it out from underneath, but so I'm gonna get that pulled out, and then it'll just be a process of waiting for the new parts to get here. So next clip is gonna be a couple days later. So now I'm gonna get that popped out, get back to you, and I should be putting a new one in. Ended up not needing to lift the mower up. I just had to mess around with it for a couple minutes, and then eventually I got it to pop out. So right here's kind of a view of how right here looks. Under here. I don't know how good you can see it. I need to turn the flashlight on. There we go. That might be a little bit better. Yeah, it is. So you can see how we have all those braces. And then we have the brakes set up right here. So that's welded back onto the 3-wheeler frame. Then it's bolted right here. This came from some mower deck adjustment from, I don't know what, one of my mowers. But then I have a pivot point right here, actually. So that pivots, it pushes over here and it pulls over here to pull on the brakes in the back. Return springs over here. And then we have a rod running back there somewhere, which comes back to the original brakes, which are right here. You can see them poking through right there. I can't show you because, well, everything's in the way. But we have some linkage, I don't know if running up through there. You might be able to see it, like over to the left side of the right side of the screen. But then we have like a little chain guard back here from a 90-degree bracket, which we flattened out with a sledgehammer and welded it on there. Handles for going around corners, which I haven't hardly ridden this thing because I redid the steering and I did not like it at all because of the way it would steer. Like you'd hit one little bump and it would jerk you almost like full lock. So that's probably not too good. Yeah, I guess they're not that tight. But then chain runs from the torque converter down to the jack shaft, which then takes 428 chain. The 3-wheeler does. And this is just 420 chain. Coming from torque converter. It's a 30 series Chinese torque converter. It burns up belts pretty quick, but I think we've got it figured out right now. We have some spacers back in there to space it out right. It's in the lowest setting, so then it takes off the quickest. So yeah. So stay tuned for me putting the steering back in. Well, since I already had the dash and everything off of the mower, I just figured I might as well paint all the bare welds and everything. So here it is. I took the back fenders off of it. So here's some more of the welds and everything. Right there's a brace, right there's a brace. I have this stiffening right here in between the frame. Right there's a little brace. There's a bunch of braces in it. Then there's threaded rod running through. More threaded rod right here. Chain, brakes. The brakes run right through the frame. I forgot about that. But I'm just gonna be painting it satin black to keep the welds from rusting or anything. I'm gonna clean it up. Well, I'm gonna be painting it from out here back. I'm gonna be painting. I don't know if I'm gonna take the axle out of it or not. I might just end up taping it off and calling that good. Because I'm not trying to make it look like perfect. I'm just trying to do it like to keep the welds. Then this is kind of messy because it has all the holes in it, and it was kind of thin to weld. But and then there's plenty of room right here where the motor goes. There's plenty of room. Now here's a little chain tensioner. There's a spring going up here, mounting onto one of these holes, and then it goes across the original 3-wheeler tensioner over here underneath, which actually kind of works out pretty good, so then the chain isn't way down here. But I'm going to be painting like all this right here. I'm going to clean it up because that's just dirt and dust from riding it. Some of that mud and everything's probably been on there since I got it. Because the minute that I got it running, I pulley swapped it, and then I took it right to the mud hole. So and I never washed it, like never washed the frame or anything. I washed the body. I even waxed the body at one point. But I'm gonna get this cleaned up. I think I'm gonna probably take this off, and I'm gonna paint it. So stay tuned. As I've got it over here, I just rinsed it off, and I fired it up to help the motor dry off and everything. But it's nice and clean now. So now I need to wait for my paint to arrive, and then wait for this to dry, and then get painted. I'm gonna be painting like this whole thing off of here, outside too. But I'm not gonna paint the rims because those go to our Odyssey, and they're the original gold paint for them. So I'm not gonna be painting them. I might end up taking the footboards off to paint though, because I don't want to get a bunch of paint on those. I mainly just want to paint the frame, but I sprayed the motor off to get all the dust off of it because it was caked in dust from it sitting without a hood on it. Guys, I've now got the hood and stuff. I'm not painting it. I was just cleaning it. And there's the headlight lens. Back fenders, not painting those. I am going to be painting like the little center thing that goes in between your legs. Not painting the footboards. But here it is all cleaned up. So now just waiting on the paint to get here, and we will be painting. So guys, I have now got the frame painted. I just stopped right here, and I painted all this, and painted all in here and everything, and painted the welds. I didn't really do anything with the wiring because I know where everything goes. Right there, those go to the tail lights, and then same with this side. And then I got all this painted. Like I said earlier, I am not painting the rims any color. They're just staying that color. Same with the front ones. I actually kind of like the gold rims because it gives it more like the ATV look to it. I didn't paint this because I painted this when I first got this and painted the whole body black. So this just kind of snaps on here. Like, yeah, it goes on there like that though. Which the paint's still wet, so I don't really want to mess with it too much. So, right here. So, later on in the video, I am going to be working on putting the steering back in, which goes right here. And probably riding it again. So, stay tuned for that. Well guys, it's been a couple hours since the last clip. But I got the mower back assembled, the hood's off, because I need to put the steering box in, which I'm still waiting for, but here it is. Then the switch for the lights. Right here's the ignition switch. I just cleaned up front here, so it's still wet. There's Ruger. You can't see him, he's black. He's a black lab. But I just got it put back together. Well, I've had it put back together for a while. I've got like the little toolbox / battery tray in. Got a little bit of paint on the wires, but this one still has red on it. This one's completely black. So, if I stick the positive on, and then pop the negative on, no, come on. There we go. And then I got my tail lights. And then headlights are over there, and they're not connected. So, okay. So, I'm probably just gonna spray this off and try to clean it a little bit because it has a bunch of water spots and everything on it. But this is the cleanest it's been in a long time. No mud under the fenders, no nothing. So, stay tuned for me putting the steering box back in. And, well, that's about it. So, just stay tuned. Well guys, I've now got my new steering in. It's like a week and a half later. It took its sweet time getting here. But it's different than the original one. But it will still work. It's really tight, which is good. And it all lines up, looks like. So, I'm gonna get installing this and I'll get back with you when I'm done. But first, if you're doing this, you want to make sure you grease these gears and everything, and like along that little edge right there, because that's what that's why I ended up needing to get a new one, is because like the gears were all worn out, and also the little bracket here was worn out, which this one's got that plastic bushing, so that's a lot better. And I hope that will fix it. But you want to make sure you grease it all, because otherwise, same thing that happened to the old one will happen to this one. So stay tuned, and I will be putting this in. Guys, it is now all installed. And for this particular steering rack, I needed to drill out the holes because they were 5/16 holes, but they're 3 3/8 bolts, so I ended up needing to drill them out to 3/8. Well, actually a little bit bigger than 3/8. But then also, while I was waiting for parts, I polished my clutches, and well, I put a hand choke on it, so then you don't have to pull on the little thing anymore. You can just sit on it and pull it. But I'm gonna get the dash back on, and then I'll start putting like steering parts on. So stay tuned. Well, the steering shaft right here is way too long, as you see. The original one, which is right here, was 16. This one's 20, so it's 4 inches higher. So I'm probably gonna cut it, which I don't really want to, but I might have to, because everything else works perfectly. It's just way too long. So I'm probably gonna need to cut it and then re-weld it back on, which I don't want to do, but I might have to. So I guess stay tuned. Well, guys, I've now got everything put back together, as you see. I already took it for a little spin just to make sure everything was good. But what I ended up doing is I ended up using the old steering shaft here, because the new one it just wasn't gonna work really, because it would have added a bunch of weak points in it and everything. So I just used the old one here, and I just cut it away from how we had it all welded together. You can see the little spot right there, right there. But there's like no play in the steering right here, and the little play that there is from right here, in the spindles and everything. But it's running good. The clutches look nice. So I'm probably gonna toss the hood on it for the first time that I've had it on video with the actual hood. So I'll put the hood on it and I'll get back to you. Guys, hood's on it. Now it's ready to be ORV legal. Got the lights and everything, which they aren't hooked up right now, but it's got working headlights, tail lights, working brakes. That's pretty much all you need. So here it is, finished product. I think the $80 steering rack was worth it, because now I can actually ride this thing comfortably without having to steer half a turn for the tires to turn quarter of a turn. So, but now it's just perfect. Like, it steers good. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.